Did you know that millions of Americans leave money on the table every single tax season just because they don't know what deductions they qualify for? Today, I'm going to change that. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to file your W-2 taxes correctly, maximize your refund, and avoid costly mistakes. Welcome to taxmerica.co, your go-to source for everything US taxes. I'm Sharon, and I'm your tax expert, a licensed tax professional with over 15 years of experience helping employees, freelancers, and business owners navigate the US tax system. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We release new tax tips every week. Here's what we're covering today. First, we'll break down what a W-2 form actually means. Then, we'll walk through the filing process step by step. After that, I'll share the top deductions W-2 employees often miss. And finally, we'll talk about what to do if you owe money or expect a big refund. Let's get into it. What is a W-2? Your W-2, formally called the wage and tax statement, is a document your employer sends you every January. It summarizes everything you earn and everything that was withheld from your paycheck during the previous year. The IRS uses this to verify what you report on your tax return. Breaking down the boxes. Let's walk through the most important boxes on the W-2. Pull yours up as I explain these. It's going to make a lot more sense. Box 1. Wages, tips, and other compensation. This is your total taxable income for the year. This is what gets reported on your tax return. Box 2. Federal income tax withheld. This is the total federal tax your employer already took out of your paychecks. Think of it as a credit against what you owe. Box 3 and 4. Social Security wages and tax withheld. Social Security tax is 6.2% of your wages up to $168,600 in 2024. Box 5 and 6. Medicare wages and tax withheld. Medicare is 1.45% of all your wages with an extra 0.9% if you earn over $200,000. Box 12. Special codes. This box can include contributions to your 401k, health saving accounts, or employer paid benefits. Each letter code means something different. Box 17 and 19. State and local taxes. If your state has income tax, these boxes show what was withheld for state and local taxes. Here is a pro tip. If you receive multiple W-2s because you worked more than one job, you will need to report all of them. The IRS receives copies from every employer. Common W-2 errors to watch for. Before you file, always review your W-2 for errors. Here are the most common ones. Wrong social security number. This can delay your refund or trigger an IRS notice. Incorrect wages. Maybe you took unpaid leave or had a mid-year salary change. Missing employer information. You need the EIN, Employer Identification Number, to file. If you spot an error, contact your HR or payroll department immediately and request a corrected W-2C form. Don't wait. The filing deadline won't stop for mistakes. Choosing how to file. You have a few options when it comes to actually filing your taxes. You can use tax software like TurboTax, HR Block, or Tax App. You can hire a professional, which is what we do at taxmerica.co. Or if your income is under $79,000, you can use the IRS free file program. For straightforward W-2 situations, software works well. But if you have multiple income sources, investments, rental property, or life changes like marriage or a new baby, working with a tax pro can save you significantly more than the cost of the service. Gathering your documents. Before you sit down to file, gather all of these. All W-2 forms from every employer. Social security numbers for yourself, spouse, and any dependents. Last year's tax return, it has your adjusted gross income, AGI, which you will need to e-file. Bank account and routing number for direct deposit for your refund. Any 1099 forms if you had freelance or investment income of the site. Receipts for deductible expenses. We'll cover this shortly. Form 1095A if you purchased health insurance through the marketplace. Filing out your 1040. The main form you will file is called the Form 1040. This is your individual income tax return. Let me walk you through the key sections. Filing status. You will choose from single, married, filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, or qualifying surviving spouse. Your status determines your tax bracket and standard deduction amount. Dependents. If you support children or other relatives, you may claim them as dependents. which unlocks valuable tax credits. Income section. You'll report your W-2 income here plus any other income sources. Deductions. You'll decide whether to take the standard deduction or itemize. For 2024, the standard deduction is $14,600 for single filers and $29,200 for married filing jointly. Tax credits. This is where you subtract dollar for dollar amounts from your tax bill, things like the child tax credit, earned income credit and education credits. Here is a pro tip. Deductions reduce your taxable income. Credits reduce your actual tax bill. Credits are almost always more valuable, so don't overlook them. Submitting your return. Once everything is filled out, you'll either e-file electronically or mail in a paper return. E-filing is faster, more secure and gets you your refund in as little as 21 days with direct deposit. The filing deadline is typically April 15, but you can request a 6-month extension using Form 4868. Important. An extension to file is not an extension to pay. If you owe taxes, you still need to pay by April 15 to avoid penalty. Standard versus itemized. Most W-2 employees take the standard deduction because it's simple and often larger. But let's quickly check whether itemizing could help you. Commonly missed deductions. Student loan interest. If you're repaying student loans, you can deduct up to $2,500 in interest paid even if you don't itemize. This is an above the line deduction, meaning it reduces your AGI directly. Educator expenses. Teachers and educators can deduct up to $300 in out-of-pocket classroom expenses. It's small, but it's yours. Traditional IRA contributions. If you contributed to a traditional IRA, you may be able to deduct those contributions. For 2024, the limit is $7,000 or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Health Savings Account HSA contributions. Contributions to an HSA are tax deductible, grow tax-free and are tax-free when used for qualified medical expenses. Triple tax advantage. Job search expenses. Unfortunately, most job search expenses were eliminated under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act for W-2 employees. But if you're self-employed, these are still deductible, which is a large segue for our next video. Tax credits to claim. Child tax credit up to $2,000 per qualifying child under age 17. Partially refundable. Child and deposit care credit. If you pay for child care so you can work, you may claim 20 to 35% of those expenses. Earned income tax credit EITC for lower to moderate income workers, worth up to $7,830 in 2024 depending on income and family size. American Opportunity Credit up to $2,500 for the first 4 years of college expenses. 40% is refundable. Lifetime Learning Credit up to $2,000 for continuing education. No limit on years. Here is a pro tip. Many people miss the earned income tax credit because they assume they don't qualify. If you earned under $63,398 in 2024 with 3 or more children, check your eligibility. It could be worth thousands. You owe taxes. Now what? Don't panic. Owning money simply means your employer didn't withhold enough throughout the year. Here's what you do. Pay by April 15 to avoid interest and penalties. You can pay on irs.gov using direct pay, a credit card, or set up an installment agreement if you can't pay in full. Consider adjusting your W-4 with your employer to have more withheld going forward so this doesn't happen again. Big refund? Is that good? A big refund sounds great, but here's the honest truth. A large refund means you've been giving the government an interest-free loan all year. Instead, adjust your W-4 to keep more of your money each payback and invest or save it throughout the year. That said, if getting a lump sum refund helps you save, then it works for you psychologically. The best tax strategy is one you'll actually stick to. Use the IRS tax withholding estimator at irs.gov to fine-tune your W-4 after filing season. It only takes 10 minutes and can optimize your cash flow all year long. Key takeaways. Recap. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. Your W-2 shows your total wages and all taxes withheld. Always verify it for errors before filing. Gather all documents before you start. W-2s, SSNs, last year's AGI and bank info. Decide between standard deduction and itemizing. Most W-2 employees benefit from the standard deduction. Don't overlook credits, especially the EITC, child tax credit and education credits. If you owe money, pay by April 15 and adjust your W-4 to avoid surprises next year. Tax season doesn't have to be stressful. With the right knowledge or the right team behind you, it can actually be straightforward. If you would like us to handle your taxes for you, we are taking on new clients right now. Book a free consultation at taxmerica.co. Link is in the description. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more tax content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. If you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe for weekly tax tips. Drop your questions in the comment box. We read each and every one. Book a free 15-minute tax consultation at taxmerica.co and let our experts handle your taxes stress-free. Thank you.